welcome to the 66th Annual National Convention of the Foursquare Gospel Church in Nigeria. The major headlines. All is set for the 66th Annual National Convention of the Foursquare Gospel Church in Nigeria. Foursquareans converge in Ajebo for the annual convention. When we return, the news in full. I am Tracy Aziengbe. Welcome back. All is set for this year's convention, themed Great and Mighty Things. The chairman, planning committee for the 66th Annual National Convention of the Foursquare Gospel Church in Nigeria, Reverend Theo Netufo, gave this assurance in an interview with Foursquare TV.
We are fully set, 100% we are fully set. And by the special grace of God, we are trusting God for an unforgettable and remarkable convention. All the conventional, we have invited them, and also we have engaged them in various platforms. They should just carry their bag and baggage, enter the vehicles, and begin to flood Ajebo campground. We are ready for them. We are ready to receive them.
Reverend Theo Netufo seized the opportunity to appreciate members of the planning committee for their contribution so far. He further charged them to brace up for the execution of the task ahead.
I want to assure every one of us, our campers, attending campers, and those who are yet undecided whether they come to Ajebo, please, for the opt-in time, we want to emphasize, for this week, you cannot miss it. You have to be in Ajebo. Ajebo is the right place to be.
Conventioners have been advised to adhere strictly to the laid-down regulations in order to have a hitch-free convention experience. The General Secretary, Reverend Kola Owolabi of the Planning Committee for the 66th Annual National Convention, gave this advice while speaking to Foursquare TV.
We expect every conventioner to register at our registration desk. We also have the URL that we have sent out that will take you just about 3 minutes to register. The data that we collect will actually serve as a basis for planning for subsequent conventions. We also have helplines that you can call that is manned 24/7, that you can be sure that for any issue, once you call any of those numbers, you will get a response immediately and people will be able to attend to it. So whatever the matter is, whether it's related to accommodation, whether it's related to registration, or you need some specific information, those helplines will work 24 hours. There's a parking application that we have also sent out the URL that you can use to reserve a parking space. Internet is provided on this camp by the camp board. We have dedicated lines for 10 Mbps and 5 Mbps, and we also have tickets that will allow people to be able to have access to internet while they are in the camp. We also have ATMs. ATMs have been deployed to make it easy for people to access cash to do whatever transactions they want to do. The one thing we want to assure everybody is that this is not a jamboree. This is a spiritual convention.
Foursquareans across the country, in their thousands, will be converging for this year's convention in Ajebo, Ogun State. The subcommittee for mobilization, Pastor Mrs. Oluyomi Adejugbe, made this known while speaking to Foursquare TV.
In the area of mobilization, to the glory of God, we've been able to cover so many areas, and then in the area of publicity, we've been able to cover so much. We've received tremendous support from all our brethren all over the nation, and also we had people that we contacted one-on-one, and then they didn't disappoint us, and we thank God for that also. And we know that before the end of this convention, many people will still support us financially.
Following the arrival of conventioners for this year's convention at the Foursquare camp in Ajebo, business and economic activities in the area have witnessed a boom. The team lead for the market subcommittee, Chidi Daniel, has advised conventioners to patronize only vendors at the market area.
We want to run away from every form of distraction, and so we have been able to designate some places as market areas. We don't expect all vendors to carry on the business of buying and selling in any location, in every location. Some places have been earmarked for us to do market business, and so we expect that vendors would key into this and act accordingly. And of course, for you to be qualified to become a vendor, you need to register, and there are various categories of market vendors. We have the corporate vendors, we have the normal vendors, we also have the food and edible vendors. We are very careful about what our people who come for this camping program will be taking into their system. So for everybody who will be coming in with the intention of selling, you have to, of course, undergo medical tests, and we want to be sure that you are fit, health-wise, to be able to cook and deliver water to our people. No vendor is allowed to sell in the auditorium. No vendor is allowed to sell any area within the environment of the auditorium. Not just selling alone, but displaying your product or your services. No, we want it far away from the auditorium.
Conventioners have also been advised not to cross the expressway to get into the camp for the convention. The team lead subcommittee for transportation, Pastor Danjuma, gave this advice while speaking to Foursquare TV.
We do not expect people coming to this convention to cross the road. We have made provisions by providing canopy just directly opposite the new gate, where they will sit down and wait for the bus from the camp to come and pick them. And we have our shuttles that will move around to pick them and bring them inside.
Conventioners have been assured of adequate and hygienic meals while they are in camp for this year's convention. The welfare coordinator of the planning committee for the 66th Annual National Convention, Pastor Edward Adetoru, gave this assurance while speaking to Foursquare TV.
Meal, our intention is to intentionally want to ensure that everybody, every camper is given highly nutritious meal and also timely as well. We have arranged 2 meals for all the campers, brunch and in the evening per day. The food will be brought to them where they are. I mean, right there in the auditorium. For our senior ministers and invited guests, they will be going to the Grace facility, that's the pastor's wives hall. There they'll be having their meals.
Here are the sight and sound of the ongoing 66th Annual National Convention, compiled by Audrey Asine.
I come from the kingdom, a beautiful kingdom, Zion of the city, where we laugh and laugh and laugh, joy overflow.
This news bulletin was compiled by Kende Akinlolu and produced by Ayodeji Oluwafemi. I am Tracy Aziengbe. Thanks for watching.